see June 19th newspaper Indian Express news articles. First article is related to protest on 10% Agniveer quota for jobs in paramilitary and defense ministry. The article talks about armed force and government Saturday announces 10% vacancies in the CAPF, and armed rifles will be reserved for Agniveers exiting the three services after 4-year stint. It also announced 10% reservation for Agniveers and jobs in the Ministry of Defence, and quota is a part of efforts to assure aspirants of the Agnipath scheme that their future will not be uncertain, since most will only have a 4-year stint in the armed force. Let us see the continuation in the 4th page. The Ministry of Home Affairs decides to reserve 10% vacancies for recruitment in CAPF and Assam Rifles for Agniveers. Ministry of Home Affairs also decides to give 3 years age relaxation beyond the prescribed upper age limit to Agniveers for the recruitments in CAPF and Assam Rifles. The age limit for the candidate from 21 to 23 years. 10% reservation for Agniveers and vacancies will be in addition to 10% quota for ex-servicemen that already exist in CAPF. 10% reservation will be implemented in the Indian Coast Guard, Defence Civilian Post, and all the 16 defence public sector undertakings. This reservation would be in addition to the existing reservation for ex-servicemen. Next article that we are moving into is related to this article talks about 2 killed in attack on Kabul Gurudwara, cowardly, says India. Unidentified gunmen opened fire at one of the main Gurudwara in Kabul, Afghanistan on Saturday, killing 2 persons, injuring at least 3. Indian government delegations met key leaders of Taliban government in Kabul. Sources said nearly 25 to 30 Afghan Sikhs and Hindus had gathered at Gurudwara Dashmesh Pita Guru Gobind Singh Karte Parwan, the central Gurudwara of Afghan Sikh community in Kabul, for the Sukhmani Sahib or morning prayers, when a group of gunmen believed to be around 4 in number stormed the Gurudwara and opened fire. Let us continue this article. That's all it's about the article. Next article that we are moving into is related to deletion. India's cultural treasuries are being re-established, says Prime Minister. That the article is all about Kalikamata temple in Pavagat by unflaring a flag on, and superstructure where a dargah stood earlier has been relocated next to it, calling the renovated temple a symbol of religious unity due to the presence of Jain temples in the vicinity. Next article is all about key deletions on caste minorities in revised school textbooks. This article is all about, it found that the cuts in includes several examples of discrimination faced by lower caste and minorities. Rationalization exercise aims to reduce the curriculum loads to help students make a speedy recovery from learning setbacks suffered during COVID. The sentences on the hereditary nature of Varnas. This also gets deleted in the caste minorities related in the school textbooks. Let's continue this article in the page 4. This also says that UNESCO has registered Champanar as a World Heritage Site, which will add to the tourism. Puranas were written in the simple Sanskrit word were meant to be heard by everybody, including women Sudras who are not allowed to study Vedas. This is also the key deletion on the articles all about. Next article that we are moving into is related to how a forensics lab started in 2019 is helping police crack complex crimes. Cyber Forensic Lab has a team of 25 officers with training from Russia, UK and other countries. Started officially in 2019, assist ED and CBI with cybercrime cases. User customized tools and Israel and US based software to recover data from the burned, damaged phones and laptops. Important cases it was worked on Dishwa Ravi Farmers Toolkit GitHub app. Okay, the articles all about National NCFL, that is National Cyber Forensic Lab. And Cyber Forensic Lab helps solve this year using data extraction, dump data analysis and other techniques. NCFL is a specialized lab which was started in 2019 and has helped the Enforcement Directorate and CBI and other agencies in collecting crucial data from damaged devices. That's all. Next article is all about Parliament is more effective, responsive now. The article talks about Chief Justice of India N.V. Ramana's statement that lack of quality parliamentary debates while enacting laws has led to the spurt in litigation in courts. The issue of government's reluctance to send bills for standing committee scrutiny is yet to be resolved. Why? Parliamentary Affairs Ministry suggests on what bill goes to standing committee. Every session you have to deal with the privilege issues. Is there a need for guidelines in what constitute an issue of privilege? It is not codified ever. When the matter comes before me, I refer it to committee to decide on it. Sometimes even if the committee suggests it's not privilege issue, I can seek more details about it and seek action. I can also have a right to reject the proposal sent by privilege committee, but whenever any hurdles are created for any MP, for an MP in doing his or her duties, it makes the issue of privilege. But when the issue is related to the criminal case, if someone gets arrested, the arrest has to be informed to the speaker in 24 hours. If it feels that there was a deliberate attempt not to in the form of house, it also makes on the privilege issue. Okay, this is what the article talks about. Next article is all about center focuses on accesses to Anganwadi services for migrants. Under it, its Poshan 2.0 program, center is now focusing on universalization of access to Anganwadi services, particularly for migrant families. Take home rations is provided to children between 6 months and 3 years, pregnant women and lactating mothers, as well as adolescent girls as a part of center's flagship integrated child development service. Freshly cooked hot meals and a morning snack is provided to children between 3 and 6 years who attended Anganwadi centers daily for 300 days annually. The migrating families often fall through the cracks and stop receiving benefits of Anganwadi services when they relocate from one state to another or even between the blocks and districts within a state. The ministry is now pushing for complete digitization of the process so that the registration of beneficiaries of an state can be accessed in any other, which will ensure that even if a family moves, women, especially children, can continue get supplementary nutrition given by government to curb malnutrition. For children, this digitization process is already underway through Poshan Tracker launched by WCD ministry several years ago. Now Anganwadi workers have been given smartphones on which they upload data, registration of children's, measurement of height and weight, for which they have been provided measuring devices. This data is collected and uploaded in real time. ICDS scheme is Aadhaar linked. We are talking to states to ensure that all beneficiaries are Aadhaar enabled and have therefore supplied Aadhaar kits to Anganwadi centers. This means an Anganwadi worker can register people on Aadhaar and making it possible to track them even if they move to other states. Next topic we are moving into is related to Ukraine gets possible path to European Union seat, aid pledges from Britain. Currently, European Commission has only recommended that Ukraine and Moldova be granted candidate status. This recommendation will be discussed by European Union's 27 member states during a summit that will be held in Brussels on June 23-24. For Ukraine bid to move forward, the bloc will have to agree that Ukraine has met the Copenhagen criteria. The industrial city of Severodonetsk. Okay. Next article that we are moving into is, before moving into that article, if you like the video, please do share, like, comment and subscribe. Thank you. Let us continue the next article in this next video.